Good Woman is Hard to Find is all about Sarah, a character who lives in this housing estate in Ireland, and her husband has just been murdered. She's struggling to come to terms with that, as well as raising her 2 young kids and struggling to make ends meet financially. You can just tell that life has just took a huge dump on her. She's struggling to cope with everything at the moment, especially in the environment that she lives, which is prevalent with gang culture and drugs. And you can almost feel her just wanting to fade into the shadows and just forget everything for a while. Unfortunately for her, one day Tito, this sort of low-level gangster robber guy, bursts into her house, escaping some other criminals, and decides that he can take advantage of this situation. This is a young, vulnerable woman with 2 young kids, and he pretty much bullies her into allowing him to stash drugs in her building so that he can keep them safe and make some money on the side as well. He throws her a couple of quid as if that's going to make everything all right, the fact that he's brought drugs into this household with 2 young kids. And Sarah really finds herself kind of stuck, but she realises that this guy has links to the underworld. Maybe he can offer some information as to what happened to her husband. Maybe she can reclaim some of her strength and self-empowerment that has been robbed by the way society has been treating her and by what has happened to her husband. This movie has a kind of typical tale. It has a bad guy that is a little bit scenery chewing in some of his actions, this gangland boss that's behind kind of a lot of the bad things that happens to Sarah throughout the movie. But it has one terrific thing, something that just elevates it beyond the typical kind of movie that you would get, and that is Sarah Bolger, the main actress of the movie, who gives an absolutely astounding performance as the lead character of Sarah. You really can feel the way she is feeling. You really can just tell by looking at her how exhausted, how exasperated she is with the world round about her, how much disbelief she has with the way folk treat her or speak to her. It is truly appalling, and it just can't help but take effect on the character, and you see that through this performance. And as she moves through this story, hitting her head into various walls and learning to overcome them, whether it be in brutal, bloody fashion for sheer survival and protective instincts to her kids, Sarah takes on each of these challenges, and you see the character grow throughout the movie, becoming this badass at the end of it. And I don't mean badass as in she taking untold vengeance on all these bad guys. I'm feeling doing what she feels is necessary to get herself away from these bad people. And if it means a momentary lapse of morals and having to do the hard thing, the brutal thing, she will do it, but it will take an effect on her. And I like that. I like this character. I love to see how she dealt with these adversities, how she became a little bit stronger, how she tackled things head on, did deplorable things, and that only made you more engaged and more sympathetic with the character, which just happens in here. There is some really bloody moments in the movie. One particularly where she has to do something rather disgusting, and then later on with the big finale where again she has to do something that she would never in a million years envisage herself doing. I thought A Good Woman is Hard to Find was extraordinary, partly due to the great performance. It's nicely shot. There are some up and down performances across the way, but that one by Sarah Bolger in the heart of this thing is truly mesmeric, and I would wholeheartedly suggest this movie just because of that amazing performance. I'd love to know what you thought of this movie. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.